Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Larry. It's been a long time because I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, a lot of stuff to do for school, so I didn't have the time to upload. So as I told you last time in the last video, I'm gonna be making a part 2 video on useful functions on lists in Python. So today I'm gonna be showing you other functions I didn't show in the last video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So in the last video I showed you what was a list, and I showed you how to declare a list. So to declare a list, you have to give it a name. Again, I'm gonna create a list called number, and I'm gonna give it numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is how you create a list in Python, and when you create it, you have to run it, and now you have a list in memory in Python. Now know your list has your list in his memory. So if I was to say, hey Python, print number, I should say numbers because it's a list and it contains a bunch of numbers. So you have to, the majority of time programmers usually call lists or arrays with s at the end. So you always want to call it, like, you always want to give it names like numbers, peoples, or I don't know, books, stuff like that. And you just always want to pluralize your arrays names. So I always say, hey Python, print numbers, and run it. So now Python knows what your list is. So last time we saw a function called append. I don't know if any of you remember what the function append was used for. If none of you remember, you can either go look in the old video before looking this one, or I'm just going to show it here real quick. To use the function append, you want to say the name of the function, numbers that append. That's how you use a function in Python on a list that append the number you want to add to the list. Append adds a number to a list at the end of the list. So here I'm gonna add number 7, and then I'm gonna run it. So now actually I said to Python, hey Python, take the list numbers, the list called numbers, and add 7 at the end. So now to see what the list is, now you just want to say, hey Python, print numbers, and then I'm gonna run it, and now you see 7 was added to the end. And we saw another function called pop. So how do you use pop on the list? The same way, numbers dot pop. And when you say numbers dot pop, it removes the last element in the list. So let's run it, and it returns it. And now you said to Python, remove the last element, pop the last element in the list. It popped the last element in the list, and the last element in the list happens to be 7 in the list. So now if you print your list one more time, hey Python, print numbers, and then run it, now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all functions we saw the last time in Python, I showed you all in the last video. So today I think I showed you all the video. The video, the function called clear. So numbers dot clear, and you run it, and now you say, hey Python, print numbers, and you print it. So now you have an empty list. So all these numbers were deleted from Python's memory. Now number is empty. So if you want to add numbers, you can just use the append method to add numbers one after another. But I'm not going to do it right here. I'm just going to delete all these rows and rerun this thing. Oh, I deleted it. No, I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to start all over. Numbers equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm gonna run it. So now Python knows what its number. So Python knows what its number. So today we're gonna be seeing the function count. I think I saw it in the last video too, and we're gonna be seeing the function index and the function insert. So let's start with the function count. So to use the function count, you just want to use it as I used the other functions. So let's say numbers.count. So the count functions, you want to use it when you want to count a particular number in a list. Okay, in the list. Okay, let's say I wanted to know the number of ones in this list. I would say, hey Python, tell me the number of ones which are in the list numbers using this function count, and I'm gonna run it, and it returns 1 because there's only one in this list. Let's say I was having 1, 1, so 3 ones in this list, and I'm gonna run it. So now I have 3 right here because there are 3 ones in this list. Okay, don't forget that if any of you have a question, you can leave it in the comment section down below, and I will be more than happy to answer the question. So now let's go let's move to the next function on list in Python. So that will be called index. So numbers, if you want to find the index of a particular number in a list, numbers.index, and you put in the number. You want to find the index of 1. What do you think this calling right here will return? What do you think Python is gonna print on the screen? What will be printed on the screen? So I'm gonna run it. Do you think it's gonna be 1, 2, 0, whatever? So let's see. Hey Python, what is the index of 1? And I'm gonna run it. So it's 0. If you remember in the last video, I told you the indexing in Python in the majority of programming languages, it starts from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So I said, hey Python, what is the index of 1? And it returns 0. If I was to say, hey Python, what is the index of 2? Then it will return 1. I mean, wait. 0, 0, 1. It's supposed to return 1. So let's rerun this list again, and then let's run this again. So it returns 1. Okay, because this right here wasn't run real good. So you have to run yourselves very well before doing anything with Jupyter Notebook. So right here, numbers.index equals, what is the index of 2 in this list is 1. So that's why Python returns 1 right here, prints 1 right here. So let's say if you wanted to add a number in this list, in the list numbers at a particular index in the list, there's a function in Python that is called insert. So you can, to use it, you just have to type the name of the list, in this case number, and you say insert I'm not really sure because it's been a while I didn't use it. I'm gonna try 0 1 where you want to insert it, and then I'm gonna run it and see if I don't have any error. Okay, actually I'm not gonna use 1 because there's already a 1 right here. I'm just gonna say 7. Okay, and I'm gonna run it, and then I'm gonna print numbers to see if everything went well. Okay, it worked. So now at index 0 you have the number 7. So actually, how does it work? You specify the index where you want the number to be and the number you want to add at that index. So actually I wanted to add 0 at index 7. Okay, and then as I said, hey Python, at index 0 at the number 7, and that's what it did right here. But these things you can do with strings. You can do these things with strings when we're gonna be looking at strings deeply. I'm gonna show you that list kind of functions like strings kind of function as lists, but you have certain restrictions on lists that you don't have on strings, excuse me, that you don't have on lists. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you in this video. So do not forget to like this video, share, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.